G'day, beard brethren, Sheila's fuckheads, and just all around legends. Welcome to another week of Two Beards, a podcast, and Wrexham AFC. The podcast brought to you from Australians, but it's all about Wrexham Football Club. I'm your host, Rousey. That motherfucker over there is Adrian. He's a fucking legend. I love him. He's my brother, mate. It's been a sad week, hasn't it?
Yeah, oh, fuck, I don't know, man. Like it was a better performance, but who knows? Like it's just still a kick in the teeth.
It's a kick
And
in the fucking old nads, that is, mate. Fucking
yep.
kick in the nads. Oh, damn. I tell you what, it's been a rough couple of weeks. I'm feeling it. I feel I might need to go talk to someone and, air out my grievances because fuck me, we lost again. Like, what the fuck, man? Like, just I'm fucking done. Like, nah. No, I'm not done.
Just
I
like
love my
just
team.
like just like the bandwagoners that'll jump off when
Yeah, I'm
when we
jumping off
lose.
this bandwagon right now. This
He's
is
fucking
it.
off back to Coventry, guys. He's
But
he's never he's yeah.
I
But
should have
look,
worn
it
my
is
Coventry shirt.
it is what it is though, and I think we're very spoiled as Wrexham fans to have such. I mean, before this season, we'd experienced what 5 losses under Parky, like something silly, like fuck. Just we need to just chill out and understand that this shit happens, and it's like every club. And I mean, me and Rousey are not new to football either. Like we've followed our local teams, also in different sports like AFL, and we've seen ups and downs, and we understand how sport works basically. So
Yeah.
we understand Wrexham will bounce back and we'll go from there.
So, got to get some housekeeping out of the way before we move on with our episode, which is a Valentine's Day special. So, if you're listening to this episode, you'll be listening to it on Valentine's Day. We have a special guest. Of course, we do, because we lost and we don't want to talk about a loss. So, we're going to talk about Valentine's, I think. Anyway, we have a fuckhead program. Did you know that? Oh, actually, first up,
Yeah.
right? We
This is going
have
off to a fucking flyer, by the way.
we were fucking laughing, mate. First up, right, we have a celebration to make. This is a very special episode. Do you know why?
Oh, I know why.
Oh, you know why, but do our listeners know why? Probably not.
Who
But
knows?
anyway, this is fucking 2,000 subscribers. 2,000 subscribers. Like, what the actual fuck is going on with the world?
I don't know, man. Honestly, like the fact we got past episode 1 is beyond me. So 2000 is pretty crazy, man. And look, we're really grateful for all the people on YouTube who've subscribed to us. And obviously you guys are watching as well. We were just looking at our watch time the other week, just in awe of the fact that we would have in 6 months prior to this, we would have killed for even a quarter of what we're getting at the moment. So the fact that you guys are watching just means absolute world to us. So thank you.
Oh, that's right. It means the world to us, and we are getting bigger. We're getting a lot more followers and fearless in devotion. We're fucking coming for your throne. The biggest subscribed YouTube podcast. Let's do it. Let's
We're
go.
not challenging them. I love Tim. We've had him on. we
I
love we
do. I
love
do.
Fearless. We love
Fearless are
Fearless.
great. Fearless are great. But hey, swings and roundabouts. We're gonna get there. But anyway, we got to get some housekeeping out of the way before we bring our guest on. And it's a great guest. But we've got a fuckhead program. And if you like yourself, if you think of yourself as a fuckhead, then by all means, you got to subscribe to this program, right? Discord, we've got our own Discord where you get access to us 24/7. You get to see some of the messed up shit that I like to post. You get to have a chat with Adrian when he likes to make an appearance, which is very rare, but he does occasionally. And you get discounted merch. You get shout outs on the pod every week and a whole lot more giveaways in the Discord, a whole lot more. It's well and truly worth it. All it'll cost you is $5 a month. twobeardsmedia.com. Links in the description down below. And as always, if you like this episode, subscribe and share the absolute shit out of it. Adrian, who have we got to shout out this week? Let's give some love
But
to our fuckheads.
Oh, you're off to a fly, mate. You are all sourced up and ready to go. So we are literally looking at some incredible humans in that Discord. And yes, only make very few appearances. And that's just because Rousey lives in there. So when Rousey's out, I'm in. So it's just a weird kind of ships in the night. Problem is he's there 24/7. But I digress. We've got Sarah, we have got Ryan, we have got Reese, we have got Jake, we've got Aaron, we've got Chris, we've got Will, we've got Rousey, we've got a me, we've got a Jake, if I haven't already mentioned, and I'm pretty sure I've covered the lot. If I've
Ryan.
missed your name. I said Ryan. Literally, the first person I said out of my mouth was Ryan, you sourced up cunt.
Yes.
For those who don't know, this guy has let loose before the recording. He got a bit excited about 2,000 subscribers and has sourced himself up right well. So this is not going to end well. This is our last ep. Great to be with you guys.
No, it's not a last ep.
It is
Don't
our
you
last
fucking
episode.
listen to
It
him.
is so... It's such a sad occasion when we get cancelled in about 5 minutes' time. But I'm excited to, go out in a blaze of glory.
No way. No, we're good. All right, we're going to be good. We got a brilliant guest on. We got a 2,000 subscribers special. We're going to have a brilliant episode today. And you know what? For those lonely men out there, this episode might be for you. Because I join you. I'm a lonely man. I've got no girl in my life. But today's a Valentine's Day episode. So let's bring our special guest on for the day, hey? Let's bring her on. Have a bit of a chinwag.
Fuck. Yep. Poor thing does not know what she's stepping into.
Well, I bring you listeners, fuckheads, beard brethren, Sheilas, all around legends. After the break, we have none other than Alaw Haf coming on the show. Let's go. All right, listeners, we're here on the other side of the break, and we have an absolute bombshell with us today. She's got her own OnlyFans, and she's a Wrexham fan as well. And she's just absolutely killing it. Absolutely beautiful person, sexy as hell. Alaw Haf, welcome to Two Beards, a podcast, and Wrexham AFC. How are you feeling today?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I think this is going to be a good one. I hope.
Well, I mean, you're talking to a bunch of Aussies. We're obviously down under, and it's your morning time there. It's our evening time here.
Yeah.
I'm drinking a little bit, so because we got to.
It's never a good combination, to be real. Rousey drinking and a pod. It's just lethal.
Well,
So
come on. After losing 4 in a row, I've got to drown my sorrow somehow.
we're being spoiled. We're being spoiled. Come on. But look, I'd love to kick off the questions if that's all right with you, Rousey. Is that all right?
Go for it.
Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, what I would love to do is when I started following obviously through the documentary, as a lot of our listeners have as well. And I started out with my little Twitter account, which was like Australian Wrexham supporters. And I remember because you'd been doing this, but I guess either before I had even watched the doco, or you had been obviously promoting Wrexham as well as making, modeling content as well. How did you firstly get into being a Wrexham fan, but then have you been doing the modeling before the takeover, or is it something that you'd always wanted to do? Where did that kind of come from?
So basically, what happened was I was doing the modelling anyway. So I used to do just underwear modelling. And then I was posting the pictures up on Instagram, and it was near the time that OnlyFans was still quite new. So it was about 4 or 5 years ago. And like one of my followers was like, sell your content on OnlyFans instead of just putting it on for free. And I was a bit like, don't know what to do. So that's where the OnlyFans come about. So that came about way before anything else. But what I was doing was I was going to Wales football matches. Like, it's what me and my family have always done, like my whole life. And when I was 18, I started going by by myself because obviously you can drink then, so it was even better.
Yeah.
And obviously that those games finished, I was like speaking to my dad and I was like, oh, I miss it. Like I miss like the football. What do you do in the meantime? And he was like, Wrexham's down the road from you. Get yourself there. So that's when it started to think like, do I? Don't I? And it was near the time Ryan Rob. So I'm not going to claim to be an OG fan or anything. I'm sorry. But I was
No,
like, oh,
don't be.
don't I? And
That's
then
all
I was
right.
like,
We're all bandwagon riders anyway, aren't we?
it's so good. Like I didn't expect. When I went for the first time, I think I put a tweet up saying like, I really want to go to a match, but I'm really scared of going by myself. It's like a whole new thing, and I met loads of people there. It's a laugh. Actually, I think I prefer it to go into the Wales football matches. I didn't expect to love it as much as I do, but yeah, here I am still, still here, still posting because I was posting the Wales content anyway. So I was
Yeah.
like, oh, go on, I'll try the Wrexham one, see how it goes. And then like there was just more shirts,
Well, I mean, you
new pictures.
make that Wrexham shirt look damn good.
Thanks.
But I
Oh,
think that's something that's crazy, isn't it? Like I was just like thinking about it, like that you'd think being like a Wales fan or like a modeling Wales shirt, sorry, like that it would be, you know, probably a bigger audience. But then all of a sudden, like Wrexham gets the takeover, the doco gets released, and then all of a sudden, like, did you kind of see an influx of I guess subscribers or like I guess more attention?
Yeah, definitely. And obviously, I'm getting so many messages about like tour trips and like I'm visiting from like America, I'm coming from Australia, I'm coming from I think Germany, something. Where should I go? And like, I never thought in my life I'd be answering questions like this in my DMs, but I will reply. Like if I see them, I do reply to them. I'm like, well, if I was coming on holiday to Wrexham, I'd go here, 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 here. So I think that's what's been a bit crazy, to be honest. Just people coming on holiday to Wrexham.
That was going to be
definitely. Yeah, I
insane.
mean, it's put Wrexham on the map, hasn't it? So, um, I mean, look, when I reached out to you I mean, I was obviously already knew who you were. Um, you're quite a prominent figure. Like, does that ever actually have an impact and effect on when you go to games? Like, do people come up, want your number, try and ask you out? Like, well, what's the deal with like? I want to know because it's not every day you get someone that has a platform like OnlyFans or like Instagram or where they're a model, a glamour model like yourself. How does that affect with the way people relate to you when you get to the ground? Are they a bit scared to come up to you?
I think like before now I've had messages saying like, oh, I saw you at the game today. And it'll be I'm like, oh, why didn't you come and say hey? Like I think I do have a bit of a resting bitch face, but I am approachable. I'm like, just say hey, I don't mind. Or I like when people like clock me and then they like give me that weird look. They're like, it's like I know you, but they don't want to say that they know me. And I'm like, where do you know me from? Is it Twitter, Instagram, or is it OnlyFans? So I
Which
don't mind.
one?
Which
Yes,
one?
everyone's been so nice. Like honestly, I did think like I was gonna get a lot of stick, but everyone's just like, "Oh, you're the one off Twitter," or like, "Oh my God, you're that Alaw," and I'm like, "Yeah, thanks. Oh my God, thank
Thanks.
you." It's always positive.
Oh, good. Oh, that's what we want to hear because you know you hear horror stories of like other I guess models for other clubs. And when I say that, obviously I know that it's not something you working for the club specifically, but as in,
I wish.
um, hey, look, Wrexham, like anyone at Wrexham, if you are listening, we have obviously the person for you to do this platform. But like you see that on like you see the backlash and I mean you're a lovely person as it is, so obviously there's no reason to be anywhere like that. I see anything else on Twitter, X, whatever it's called. But do you find that there is still that kind of stigma, or do you find that there are people who are keyboard warriors?
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, because I just block it now. I used to reply and whatever. Now I'm like, I'm not wasting my time, but it's always like, oh, there was one that was like, you're degrading to the other women that go, and I'm like, I don't understand
Fuck him.
how, because
Fuck
yeah,
him.
no, yeah. I mean, like, I'm not asking everyone else to do it. Like, this is my choice. I'm not telling
Yeah.
every other woman there. Like, what? Do you know what I mean? It's just like, okay, and then like, someone's like, another woman said like, "Oh, get a real job," or "Oh, like something about being thick," like the usual. And it's just
Mm.
like, obviously, you mentioned I have got a degree. I'm not thick. It's just this is what I want to do with my life. Do you know what I mean? Just I'm not harming anyone. Like I wouldn't
No.
act in the stadium. Like I wouldn't do anything. I wouldn't do content there or anything like that on game day. Like I am very wary. It's a family friendly event. Family friendly event. Like I'm aware of that. Even though like I'll have a drink or whatever. I'm not stupid. Do you know what I mean?
No.
So just like it's Twitter. It's
Yeah.
not real. It's not in there in the stadium.
Yeah.
Well, X is toxic at the best of times, but
Yeah.
I
The
mean,
worst.
I think I can't imagine OnlyFans, but we'll get into some of those questions on OnlyFans in a bit. But I just know from a personal perspective, if I saw you on the street, I'll be fucking shit myself to approach you. I'll just be like, damn, that's just like
I'm
no.
like, hey!
That's so funny. Like
Although
if
we do, rumor confirmed, do you and I have a date when we come to Wrexham to go and smash some burgers? Yes,
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 I've
come
heard this. I've
on.
heard this.
yes.
Expand for
Yes.
the listeners who don't know.
Okay, so uh Hello had a picture on Instagram of her just smashing this like really good burger. Now I love burgers. I love burgers. I'm your fat everyday Aussie with a beard, and I'm just like, oh, you know what? You know what? When I come to Wrexham in 2025, and I think that's the plan, and we're gonna stick to it. I think I'm gonna take you. We're gonna smash a couple of burgers and have a good time. And she's like,
Film it up
yes.
for
She's
everyone.
like, yes. I'm like,
Yeah.
woo.
We got burgers, so you all can suck it. Like pretty much how I'm gonna be. Like that's so good. Oh no, look,
Oh,
and I think that's such a good point. Like as well is, you know, there is this kind of stigma, and I mean, we've experienced it in a very, 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 very mild form. But I find that like, and this is something that I guess you can probably speak to a lot more than we can, is I find that female content creators have a hard as it is in general, but even just trying to break into the Wrexham market can sometimes be a bit hard as well. And obviously, you've been able to go to the games, have fun, meet great people, and things like that. What advice would you give to, I guess, other female content creators who might be from Wrexham or even just content creators in general?
Just do it. Like you're gonna be worried about what other people think about you, what other people say, but you shouldn't let others' opinions stop what you want to do. Like if you want to post a picture of you in a Wrexham top, like if anyone's horrible to you on there, you need to think that says more about them as a person than like if you react like just block. Like that's the thing. I'm just like, you know what? Fuck it. Just post a picture. If someone
Yeah.
gives you hate, block it.
Yep.
Don't need it. Don't need it. You do you. Don't listen to anyone else. As long as you're not harming yourself and you're not harming anyone else, what's the problem?
What's the
So
problem?
that's some good words to live by. And that's actually what one of the reasons when we started up this podcast is a conversation I had with Adrian actually. And I said, you know what, we're going to be true to ourselves. We're gonna obviously hyper accentuate ourselves a little bit to make some good viewership, but we're going to be true to ourselves. We're not going to let people come in and try and dictate the way we do a podcast. And sure enough, we're here 6 months later with 2,000 subscribers, and
Insane.
we just, I mean,
Insane.
it's just put us on this trajectory and this ride that is just absolutely wild. And now we get to talk with people like Mark Griffiths. We get to talk with yourself. I mean, I never thought in a million years this would ever be my life 5 years ago.
Nah,
And
never in a million years.
I mean, to have someone like yourself on is a huge honor. So thank you for giving up your time to come on.
100%.
And,
thank
you
you.
know, and I'm gonna tell you what, I'm really looking forward to those burgers. I mean, that looks like a damn good burger. Where was that?
So that was That wasn't in Wrexham, but it was near Wrexham, so we'll go anyway. But I
Close
have
enough.
heard on good source that there's a really good pie shop. So I don't know what it's like down, like,
Oh yeah.
what would you, down below? That's what we call Australia, isn't it?
Down
Down
under.
under, I think. Yeah.
Down
Down under.
under.
But it's like there for like pies. But Wales, the UK, we're big on pies. So I think you should definitely explore that. I'll show you around the pie shop in Wrexham.
Well, I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
Down under does some pretty damn good pies. I mean, you got to
Oh,
admit,
We love a meat
Chanel.
pie.
we love a meat
And
pie, bit of steak and
every
cheese,
bakery.
the old
Yeah.
chunky pepper steak.
Love it.
Oh, damn! And you get the sauce, and you squeeze the sauce inside the pie. You make it. Oh, it's just great. With Aussies, I find it hard to beat an Australian pie, but then again, UK, Wales, that they do the fish and chips are by far the
Yeah.
best.
Also,
So,
Yeah.
but I
we'll
mean
make
that
we
was
can
that
make a video. We can make a pie testing video, right? And we're gonna call it Only Pies.
Oh
only
yes.
pies.
Yes. Okay.
Yes.
This is a $1 million idea. Like
Get
this
it.
is this is great.
Yeah, hey Adrian, after this pod, I want you to secure that domain.
Yeah. I'll just secure like the website. Like, yeah, I'll make sure I do it before it's released because someone will do it. Like, someone will be like, already beat you, and you'll be like, no. Like
Oh
I like
dear,
that.
dear.
But
So I heard an interesting fact. I was researching you. And aside
the
from
old
knowing
Google
that,
machine.
yeah, aside from knowing you cost $12 a month on OnlyFans, you also did a TEDx talk.
Yeah, I did. I didn't know where that fact was like, what you were gonna pull out there.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
You
was a
never
bit
know.
worried
You
too.
will
I was a
never
bit red in
know.
the face. I was a bit scared, to be honest. So it's good. It's good.
but yeah, I
Uh,
did. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll link anything. Like it just doesn't make any sense. I'll just fucking link anything. But so apart from costing $12 a month on OnlyFans, don't ask how I know that, but I do. You did a TEDx talk, and I mean that's got to be that's ballsy. That I mean TED I couldn't do that. I mean how did that come about for one, and two, what was that like?
So, basically, the producer that was like running the TEDx talk in London. So basically, like each event, I think they invite speakers. So she messaged me and was just like, "Would you do a chat on OnlyFans?" And I was like, "This is like an amazing opportunity." And I was like, "I've never done public speaking before," so I was like, "I can't say no." But then I was like, I was breaking it. I was really, really scared. So I was like, "Yeah, go on, it'll be fine. I'll do it. I'll do it." And then also, I don't know if you know of the Will NE YouTube channel. So it was like him. It was like his event. So it was also going to be on his YouTube channel. So I was like, not only is like this in front of a live or like an actual audience, it's also potentially going to be on TEDx and it's going to be on Will Annie's YouTube channel. So you can probably see me on stage. You can hear it in my voice at the start. I'm really, really shaky. But yeah, it was incredible. It was so good. I'm so lucky that I got to do it. I never ever thought I would be doing a TEDx talk on OnlyFans.
So
Here we
so
go.
so be honest, right?
Yeah.
Did your OnlyFans subscribers peak a little after you went on TEDx?
You know what? It was more like just messages in general. I think people were
Oh,
surprised because they were, I don't know what it was. I don't know, like people were just like, oh my God, as if you've done that, as if you don't. I'm like, yes, see, all these people giving me hate for doing OnlyFans. Look where it's got me so far.
well, I'll say this. Those of you that listened to her TEDx talk and didn't subscribe to her OnlyFans, you're
What are
fucking
you doing?
cheap.
What are you doing? Yeah, what are you
What are you
doing? Like
doing?
what are you doing?
Feel out.
But I like that. That's a good, like, that is a really good point. Like, that, what a way to stick it to people. It's like, well, okay, cool. I'm doing this. I'm doing something that I love and I'm passionate about. And fuck it. I just got an incredible opportunity out of this. What are you doing with your life? Like people like that. Like, I like that. Like, that's a really good way to like stick it to them as well. Like, yeah.
I'm at that point where I'm just like, you know what, whatever.
Fuck it. Fuck it.
And you
It's that.
24, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do me. Everyone else is giving me hate. You do you. Don't care anymore.
I like that. That's a good way to be. That's a good New Year's resolution. I had a similar talk with Rousey about it. I just said to Rousey, I'm not going to care about, the comment section as much anymore.
Yeah.
That's my biggest thing. But yeah.
Literally, so I even went through, like, not to go too deep, but like a little bit of like therapy to be like, I don't understand how to process it. And she even saying to me, she was like, so all these positive comments you're getting, what are you doing? I'm like, I do say thank you because I appreciate them. She's like, yeah, but you're just scrolling past them, like just quickly typing thanks. You're not really reading them, but you're reading the negative ones and you like spending time thinking about the negative ones. And I was like, well, yeah. But she was like, yeah, but you're getting 10 nice ones, one negative one. Why are you giving that time? So it is just, you just need to literally, any negative ones, either delete it or tell yourself, helps the, algorithm, gives you a boost because someone else has commented on it, or just block them. If they don't like the podcast or something, they're giving you shit. Why are they still listening? Why are they still listening to it? So it's just like, oh, okay, yeah, you hate it, but you're still listening.
I think we've been somewhat insulated from that because people do not want me to call them out. I've called a few people, and it's not good.
I like it.
We got caught out once. And the guy is now one of our paid up
he's
what we call fuckheads, which is we call it our fans only Discord so that we don't get sued by OnlyFans. But it's literally like Jake, if you're listening, mate, we bloody love you, mate. We're only messing about. But yeah, Jake called us out. He's like, we're not even the best bearded podcast, doing Wrexham content, and we were like, and then Chris took it fucking personally.
Actually, side note, speaking of beards, Adrian, what was going on with that picture on X? Like, where did you
are the weirdest segue
beard?
person I've ever met in my life. You are the weirdest segue.
Come on. Like, I saw that picture. Like, look at that. Alaw, look at that beard, right? Ginger as anything. But he posts his picture on X and his beard's like black, and it's like, what did you do?
Okay.
You
know what it is?
Picture.
No. You know what happens? It's literally when we watch the games, especially where I am in Adelaide, the games kick off at 1:30 a.m. It is dark. I'm in bed, as you can see from the headboard in the background. And the reason I didn't put my full face in is because I look like trash. So then I just put the beard in, and the flash photography illuminates my red National League champions shirt. And then my beard obviously gets washed out. So it just turned it into a different color. I didn't think it was a bigger deal, but you commented on it like it was fucking, I ruined the pod. You're like, he's just taken the sex appeal out of this pod. The red beard was the only reason. But love it. But no, I know, Rousey, you've got some good questions around was it around I guess Valentine's Day now?
Oh, you know what? Yeah, why not? Let's talk about dating. Let's talk about dating because it's been 8 years since I've even had a date. That's sad. But anyway,
if you could edit in a wah like that, would be great.
I will. I'll put a wah or oh.
Oh, I'm so sorry. We love you, buddy.
I mean, look,
I'll take you out any time, mate. Don't worry.
That's just the way my life has gone, and I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine. I'm perfectly happy being alone. If I never meet another lady in my life for the rest of my life, I'm okay with that. And I did actually go on a podcast where I actually opened up a bit about my dating life. And but we all know Adrian's married, so he has no dating life and no sex life.
I have no life in general, but yeah.
But look, I think with Valentine's Day coming up, it's hard for us lonely men out there. It got to admit, it is a little bit hard. So, but what I want to know is, what do you want in a guy? How would a guy approach you? Number one, and two, what would you look for in a guy? And then number three, would it by any means count a big bearded fat Australian bloke that owns a successful podcast?
This is where we get cancelled. I told you it was coming.
So those are my three questions. Three questions around dating.
Basically, what would I look for in a person? I think because obviously what I do for a living, I didn't expect it to like affect dating and stuff when I first started. So it's kind of like the bomb where I have to be like, I do this by the way for a living, and then it either like when it explodes, it either goes well and they're like, that's fine, or they're like, well, that's not for me. And I used to be like dead like offended because I used to be like, oh, for God's sake, like this is just what I do, like, do you not like me? But now I've learned to accept like it's not to everyone's taste, and I just need someone that's okay with it. So yeah, it's just basically having someone that I think it's a lot to ask, because I think it is asking someone to be quite secure in themselves and obviously trust me and whatever to do it. So yeah, I think that's like my big ask. Obviously needs to like football, essential.
Number one.
Yeah,
That's one.
obviously. Yeah. No, that's what I think it is. It's just I used to really go on looks. Obviously, that's a massive bonus, but I think I eventually just that sounds so sad. But I want like a team, like someone that's just gonna like support you. I want to support them, whatever they do. Yeah, that's the kind of like a partnership I want. Like, and I also like a best friend in one as well, so you can have fun with. Yeah, I think that's why. Yeah, that's all I want in
Love
life.
it.
Yeah.
I love that.
So it's not about what they're hiding in their pants. It's not about how much money they earn. You are looking for that genuine connection in a relationship. Whether that be
But
guy or a girl, I don't know. Whichever floats
yeah.
your boat. But
I think that's really cool because, like,
that said,
yeah,
Alaw is a lawyer. so
yeah,
so um I mean, so you're crazy good looking, you're smart. I mean, are you aware of this thing called the crazy hot matrix?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this segment's gonna fucking bomb real quick, ain't it?
I'm just disappearing out of shame at this point. I'm not.
Well, I'm just going to move on from that because you're just not going to know about the crazy hot matrix. But look
It's
it up.
for those who also want to reference. If you've ever watched like the show How I Met Your Mother, like Barney does like a crazy hot scale, like, and it's like basically kind of the definition of what Rouse is saying is like, how crazy do you have to be that good looking and also have an amazing job and do what you love and be happy and be such a lovely person. There's got to be an amount of crazy somewhere. Like that's the punchline of the joke. But no, I think but you know what? I think what you ask for in a person is it's a really nice like way to look at it, which is you want a team. I think Rousey, you're the same, mate. Like Rousey's a family man. I mean, me and my wife, we don't have kids or anything. We have dogs, but that's about it. But my point is that it is that thing of like, I really appreciate what you're saying, which is you are looking for a teammate, someone who supports you, maybe when you're having your highs or when you're having your lows. So I think that's a really cool thing to have. But you mentioned like it made it obviously hard for dating and things like that. I guess
Hey,
without like trying to.
You want to know what's hard for dating? Having 3 kids, single dad, living at home, looking after mum and dad as a carer. I mean, that makes it really fucking hard to date. And that's why I've been single so long. And yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that because I love my life. And hey, Wrexham, it's just filling that void.
Fill in the void. There you misses, mate. That's the way you got to look at it. But like, sorry, just to back on that track was, you mentioned that it was hard. When did it kind of become harder? Was it because of popularity and then it was like, oh, they already knew kind of thing? Or was it like you said, like you had to bring it up because it maybe wasn't public knowledge?
Yeah, usually, like if they're local, obviously that they'll know what I do. But if I was on dating apps, which I am literally banned from near enough all dating apps now, people would just be like, "Oh, what do you do for a living?" And I used to hide it to start, and then by now I'm like, "Oh, well." Near the end, I was like, you know what? Tell them straight away. Then it was kind of like, "Oh, is that what you're on here for?" And I was like, "Well, no, because then I'd be
No.
advertising." Do you know what I mean? It was like I'd have a link in my bio or whatever. I don't. So it was just kind of like the mixed messages, and yeah, it was just But it's just I never wanted it to develop too far when they were like, say if you had a connection and you like that person, but then they were like, oh, sorry, I can't continue because of your job. And it like, it's just it was a bit shit. So I just used to say it straight away and I'd be like, take it or leave it. It is what it is, what I do. But no, I did, better clarify, I did actually manage to meet someone, when was it, last year, who like knew me anyway. And he's like fully supportive, loves it, he's really good. And he is basically like took over the whole my Wrexham content for me. So like taking the
Nice.
picture, planning, yeah. But it's funny because I was doing the pictures and he'd be like, why the top's like back to front? Why are you not flipping the picture? Why are you not doing this? He said, you need to do pictures like this. And what is funny, I'm quite stubborn, so to start, I was like, no, what how I do it is right, how I do it's right. But every time I post a picture that he's like planned and took, it does a lot better than the ones that I do. So like, even on Saturday, like I posted one and like I'd seen him like later on when we were out, when he was like, was that a picture I posted? And I was like, no, it wasn't. It was a picture that I took because it didn't do as well as one of yours. So yeah, no, I've managed to get someone that's like on board with it. So I am very fortunate. But yeah, he is. Wrexham content is now his like speciality, helping me plan all of that.
Oh,
I
good
love
on
that.
him. Good on him. He sounds like a proper ledge. Hey, I got to ask. I mean, the world of OnlyFans, I can only imagine how toxic that can possibly get. Now, you
Yeah,
must have had some strange requests. I mean, we pull the piss out of people with their feet pic requests and all that sort of stuff. I mean, there's got to be some weird shit that goes on there. What
yeah.
takes the cake with your weirdest possible request?
What's weird? This is the thing. So we could go down. This will get actually. This you were going on about being cancelled. This will get you cancelled. Actually,
Yes, let's do it.
Yes,
Let's
do
go.
it. Do it. I need an out.
I get all sorts. So all it's been funny because it's been like a learning experience as well. Because obviously I didn't know half of these things existed until I started. So people ask for stuff like a pussy pop. Don't know if you know what a pussy pop is. I didn't. I was like, what's that? And basically, I don't know if you can keep this in or not, but
Oh, we definitely can.
Oh, we're keeping this one in.
you apparently I've not done it, but apparently you get a lollipop, put it inside you, and then you will send it like that, and then the other person will obviously eat the lollipop, and it's meant to taste of you. So that's one. That was like I was like, oh my god. Because I Google these things and I think, shit, if like the CIA or FBI or anyone's checking people's phones, they're gonna be like, what the hell is this girl's history? A lot of foot things as well. People like feet, people like food with feet as well, which is weird.
That's what
What
we're doing with
else?
the pies, aren't we?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you think sometimes you do things and you think like, even when like I get my hair cut and stuff, I think I could probably sell that. And you just think like that's really weird. But people like just weird stuff.
Yeah, like what's the
Family.
name? Bella,
Oh, the bath water.
yeah, the
Like,
bathwater thing.
yeah.
Yeah. Like
I don't
it's some
believe
weird
like
shit. I heard something as well with you on a podcast about some crazy motherfucker trying to ask you to swallow a live goldfish.
oh my god, yeah. Oh my god, yes. I completely
Hold
forgot
on.
about that.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah,
apparently it's like a thing
that's
because
some
he called it
oh,
something, and
that's
I
some
was like, "I don't
fucked up.
understand." I
That's
know. So he was explaining it, and basically it was just like he'd swallow a goldfish, but it had to be alive. And sometimes I'm like, are people taking the piss and just seeing if you'll do it for a bit of money? And then other times, like he'd asked a few times, like a few months later, he'd asked again, and I thought, you know what? I think he's actually being serious because he's asked me again. And I was like, no.
well, you, sir, wherever you are, you need help.
You need help.
Because that's just fucked up.
Honestly,
Damn.
it's
But
bizarre. get it.
Is there like I don't want to like I'm not trying to kink shame anyone, please. I'm not.
I thought you were going somewhere else with that then. I thought you were going to talk about shit. I was like, oh no, don't go there. Do not go there, boy. That's
I don't
not a
even
good
want to
one.
know. Like, I just learned so much in just like a very short period of time now. So I'm kind of like, I'm more just fixated on this goldfish thing. But like after like one attempt, surely like you would have said, oh, look, not for me. Sorry, whatever. And then they go again. Like, I'm more thinking like I don't know. Let's say that we're asking a guest to be on the pod. Let's say we asked you and we were like, hey, do you want to come on? We'd love to have you on. And you were like, actually, your pod's not for me. Sorry. I don't think we would ask again just because it'd just be a bit of shame. Like we'd feel pretty icky about it. How the fuck does someone ask that again? Like, I just don't get it.
It's like this, It's
It's
like
like
this, Adrian.
I'll
You
try
go.
again. I'll try again. She'll say yeah, and it's like no.
It's like
But
this, Adrian. Alaw, would you like to come on our podcast? But if you come on a podcast, we're going to ask you to swallow a live fish. That's how you do it. Just got to be straight out. Just got to put it out there. Just be like, fucking, there you go.
We've shipped one that was alive. We assume it's probably dead now, but we've shipped one across for you. My God, that's
That is
okay. Like
crazy.
I understood when I say I understood, not that I'm like for it, but like I get like I've heard about the bathwater. I haven't heard about the lollipop one. Like that's news to me. The goldfish, like I just don't get it. Like I'm sorry, I'm fixating. I'm just so thrown.
so like the same as you, like I wouldn't kink shame anyone, like, but I didn't know there was so many different. I just thought like basic stuff like latex, like feet, that kind.
Yeah.
I was very, I think, naive. I didn't know there was more, and then people messaging me these requests, and it's like, this is like a whole new world, whole new world.
And I'm sorry, Rousey. I know I just asked the last one, but I'll follow up on another. How does your so you obviously you mentioned that you've got a partner, you've been with them for a year or so. How do they deal with that? Because obviously that is what?
Don't worry.
He just clicked that you have a partner. He's like, shit. No, but like honestly, the like how to like do you just go to dinner one night and you're like, you'll never guess what happened. Someone just asked this and like have a giggle over dinner. Like how does that kind of come up? Does it come up in conversation or is it more of a you stick to the Wrexham stuff and I'll worry about those goldfish?
No, to be fair, obviously, if like yesterday I had like a funny day, had like a few stories and whatever from other people that do like OnlyFans and stuff. And I messaged him last night and I was like, oh my God, I can't wait to see it to tell you all these, because he's like he'll bounce off it as well. So he'll be like, find it hilarious. He's just like, what the hell? And I'm like, I know. And it's like my therapy, like talking to someone about it. Asked me to do this and someone wants me to do this and someone wants to do that, and he's just like, what? And it's just funny. It is funny.
Well, I've got something for you that'll make you a lot of money, right?
Okay,
Oh God.
So you know
Who
how
goldfish?
people like request feet pics and all that sort of stuff. Just think of this: the plumber's crack, right?
He's trying to bring it back. He's trying to bring it back.
Just the top half of the crack.
Yeah.
On some like tradies, bottoms and the top, whatever. Just pictures of yourself doing random tradie things, like maybe you're playing with some cables, you're doing some plumbing, you're cleaning the pool, but it's just you bend over and it's just the top of the crack. I mean, that's got to be the new feet pic, right?
Never seen anyone else do it. Could be potential opportunity.
Could be.
I might be giving you some ideas, right?
Exactly.
And I want to say that Rousey hasn't sent us a plumber's crack pic, but unfortunately, what goes on in that fans only
I
Discord.
can send you one right now. Let's do it right now. Do you want to?
No, God, no, please, dear God, no, please.
Come on.
For the love of YouTube, for the love of this following that we still somehow have.
some Wrexham plumbers crack.
Okay. All right.
I don't even have an OnlyFans. I'm sending that shit for free.
Yeah, that is true. He does. What was the one we had one night, and this now I'm getting into your OnlyFans stories, Rousey, but like your we requested as a joke because we were when were we getting I think we were getting pumped by Stockport, and I think we were down by like 3 goals at that point. And we were like, he's like, we're still gonna win. And everyone in the chat, so all of our people who paid subscription, we call them fuckheads because we're weird. And the fuckheads all decided that they would like if what was it? If you're wrong, like if you know you have to, was it what was it? Like you have to drop your DAX basically. And you'd post it in the Discord. And we all just laughed it off because we're all having a drink. It's, we're getting absolutely pummeled by Stockport. The 4th goal's gone in. We're having a laugh going, Rousey, you're going to do it. You're going to do it. And we thought nothing of it. And then at the end of the game, lo and behold, Discord just pops up with that beautiful ass of his. And it's just like, you know what? That's not what people pay for. They pay for much better content than what Rouse is putting out. Technically for free, I want to say, but it is in the Discord, so it is a paid service. So
$5
technically,
a month, twobeardsmedia.com, links in the description down below.
There you go. There you go. So maybe he is the first person to do the plumber's crack, but also you didn't do the plumber's crack, you did the whole crack. So I don't know.
No, that was a full moon. That was.
Yeah, it wasn't a good time.
That wasn't you got to have to do the plumber's crack properly. You've got to be doing a trade like thing. You got to be plastering a wall. You got to be changing a tap.
You should make it up these rules as we go along. Is that what's happening?
He owns the business, I think he's clearly going to trademark or something. So we're going to have to go by his rules. So we're going to have to find kids. We're going to have to find a water monster. All these things. The fact you said a pool, cleaning the pool. Don't know where I'm finding a pool in Wales, but I will find one.
That's actually a good segue because I actually have wanted to ask this to Rousey because Rousey, if you didn't know, Rousey's actually born in the UK. You lived your first 6 years of your life there, mate?
Yeah, lived in Coventry.
Yep.
No way.
Yeah, he's lived there, and I'm thinking about it the other day. I'm like, we don't have a pool. We're not rich, but there are people who in Australia, you would say every 3rd house probably has a pool, maybe depending on the area you're in, that kind of stuff. Is that a thing in Wales or even in the UK in general, guys?
No way. What sort of fucking question is that?
I don't know, like a heated pool, like a fucking
UK.
spa. I don't know.
Okay, maybe a jacuzzi, but
that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking.
If they've got a pool in Wales or the UK or whatever, it's a fucking ice skating rink.
Yep. But not even like a spa, I'm not saying, again, depends on how money's going with people. I'm definitely not one of those people, but is that something that people have, spas? Is that common or nah?
There's there's some spas. Don't know how many outdoor pools there is. I think don't Ryan and Rob stay in a spa usually when they come over.
That's right.
You can hear it from me. No,
the rumors.
Because I've seen on Facebook.
Yeah, I know, right? Right.
Are you saying Deadpool's going to pop up on your OnlyFans a lot?
Yes.
They go into the spa are they here? Are they here?
Just every day, just come on, guys, I'm right here, please. Well, that actually leads me back to a Wrexham question, and Rousey, you're gonna probably attest to this as well. But so the owners coming into town now, I don't know. I'm not going to dox you. I'm not going to tell anyone where you live, but due to your proximity to Wrexham, is it something that affects you on the I guess the regular, where if they come to town, traffic's fucked? I don't know. Your local bars just shut down for a day. I don't know. What is it like when that kind of shit happens?
So yeah, the traffic does get very busy on game days anyway. But I think for me, obviously I'm first language Welsh. I speak Welsh at home and stuff, and it's quite rare in this area of Wales. Wrexham's a bit more Welsh, but where I live is it's not really common for people to speak fluent Welsh and stuff because I'm so close to the border with England. So the fact that they've like really promoted the Welsh language is crazy. Like obviously so many people learning Welsh on Duolingo and stuff. People just even I think even businesses and stuff are trying to push Welsh even in tweets and stuff, which I'm here for, anything for the
Yeah.
Welsh language. So that's like been important to me that has given Welsh like just worldwide, like the speeches that they've done when they've won awards and stuff, and they've attended like Welsh events, like obviously in America and everything, has been huge for that. So I think that's a boost to the whole of Wales, really. But yeah,
Yeah.
traffic on
So
game
if I was to test my Welsh out right now and I was to say something like,
That's where I was going with this.
if I was to say something like Tin Boeth.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
you're hot.
Yes. Woohoo!
Yeah,
Got it right.
got it.
Diolch. That's as good as I've
Diolch.
got.
Diolch yn fawr.
Yeah,
Oh,
Diolch yn fawr.
yaki da. Yaki da.
Yakida, yeah.
nailed it.
See, that's right. I do know a little bit of Welsh. I have been trying to learn it because, I mean, hell, we have a Welsh podcast. Well, a Welsh Australian
Podcast. Ooh, a bit of a stretch.
That's a big stretch, that one. Fucking hell. I mean,
Yeah, shit.
we
If we
do
start claiming
try
that.
because we love the. I mean, we said this in our last podcast. We love the Welsh people. They are absolutely
A family,
the
man.
best. Absolutely the best. So, well, let's make this podcast a little bit depressing. Were you at the game on the weekend?
No, but
Right.
I went to Wrexham straight afterwards to go and watch the rugby, and I was like, "It'll be okay. We're winning at rugby," and I was like, "It's not looking too bad." Then Wales lost the rugby, so it was like a double downer on Saturday. Saturday was a hard day.
Oh,
Oh, shit.
no!
Shit.
How
That
do you
is-
how do you drown your sorrows?
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah.
Just drink, yeah.
Just
pretty
drink?
much.
What's your drink of
No.
choice?
Well, I'm a cider or a beer girl, but then you're not meant to cross both, are you? But I always do. I just forget. I forget to cross. And I'm
Oops.
absolutely usually, so yeah. No, it's usually if I'm going to watch Wrexham, I will try and stick to either beer or cider. Dark fruit cider, Strongbow. Don't know what you say.
Yeah, we got Strongbow down here.
Yeah, we got Strongbow here, yeah.
Yeah.
Beer, Wrexham lager, especially on game days. I feel like
We got to
it's gotta
get
be
that. We got to
Okay,
get that here
Adrian,
for a taste
I need
test.
to warn you well ahead of time. Beer in the UK is fucking warm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. My
Right.
mum's Scottish. She was born there. She's told me many times that, it's a bit
fucking
cold, isn't it? And I'm like, what do you
warm.
mean it's a bit cold? It's a fucking beer. But anyways, I digress. I digress.
And that's what I don't get. Like, why warm beer? It doesn't make sense to me. You gotta have the nice chill to it. The bit of it gives it.
But you're surely during sorry, mate. Surely during summer, it'd be cold, right?
No.
No, it's
No.
just like, and especially like game days as well, just to make it worse. Though, like usually you have to put it in. There's like loads of rules and stuff here, but you'll have it in like plastic cups as well. So sometimes it really does taste like.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if I'm. Yeah, shit.
Well, hey, it's warm beer. I mean, I just imagine having a Ted,
beer.
Adrian, and it's warm, or a Stella and it's warm. It's just, ugh.
I can't even think of it. It's
That
just
said, I would
it's
still
just broken me, to be
try-
honest.
I would still try a Wrexham lager just to say I've had a Wrexham lager.
Oh, I want Wrexham lager so bad.
Yeah, I would love to try it, but you know what? I would grab it. I would put that shit in the fridge. I would chill
Yes.
it down, and I would knock that fucker back on a 2-degree day in Wales.
See, that makes sense. Like, I get it. I kind of get that. Like, I'm like, what is it? 80% of the time it's cold. I get that. Totally get why it would be warm. It kind of makes sense. But I would have just imagined, like, I don't know, the temperature changes. They get different, like, kegs or whatever to chill it down. But okay, so like they kind of like put it in little, like when you get a bottle of wine and you put it in like an ice, what do you call a bucket? Is that what you're talking about? Like that's what they do with the beer?
No, they don't chill it at all. It comes out warm and you drink
At
it.
all? What is happening?
Where the hell's this ice bucket coming from? That's really no.
I've seen
No.
like when you go to like a restaurant, especially like I don't know if it happens there, but like in Australia, if you go to a restaurant, you got a white wine and you want to chill it, they bring out like a little ice bucket and they put it in the ice, or champagne, they put it in the ice. I was imagining that's how they did it with the fucking pint of beer, or like just chuck it in like a little.
No, that shit's
I really
coming out
feel
warm
bad.
and you're drinking it warm.
I've just embarrassed my entire Scottish family, friends, everyone there, my whole family there back home, and obviously all my new Welsh friends by doing this podcast. So, yep, I expect a lot of shit when I go down there and I drink my first warm pint. That's for sure. But like, actually, shout out to the Wrexham Lager Club. They were like one of, if not, like when I started my little X account or Twitter account, they were like one of the first people to like message and be like, when you come down to the Wrexham Lager Club. It'll be, a bit of fun and stuff. So shout out to them. I know that they occasionally listen sometimes, so I appreciate it. And we definitely need to do a taste test of it. But I'm kind of keen to know what. So you're doing like, I have cider occasionally, but what kind of, when you say you're mixing them, obviously you're saying, like, are you doing like one after the other, like beer, cider, or are you just going, all right, I was on beers and now I'm on cider? How does it work?
Well, usually when I'm obviously sober at the start, I'll be like, right, I'm only drinking cider today. And then obviously about 4 pints in, I'll like just go to the bar, order the next one, I'll order a beer, and then I'll be drinking it and I'll think, oh shit. Oh
Oops.
shit. Because I don't know. It's like, is it that's the one you're not meant to mix or something? And then I'm like, oh, stuff it, I've done it now. And then all day it's just whatever I fancy.
That's a good way to do it. I don't know about you, Rousey, but I was when I when I go to the pub, like it'd be bad because it'd be like I don't know if you've heard of this shot, and this is something I want to try with Rousey. So just for fun fact for yourself, Rousey and I have never met. He's in Perth. I'm in South Australia. Basically, what is it? We said it was 60-hour drive or something to get to each other if we were to
It's a long one.
long drive
It's a long one. But
across the Nullarbor.
yeah. But speaking of mixing, they do say like mixing alcohol is not good, but it gets you more of a hangover the next day. But there's also another saying, right? Beer before grass, you're on your ass. Grass before beer, Christmas cheer. Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
you gotta have the grass before the beer. So, but
And for the government that's watching us right now, we don't do any of that.
fuck off, we don't. You don't.
I don't, because it doesn't have a good effect with me. I get like, I'm already a pretty anxious person. So I don't need something else to be like, oh God, the Domino's guy's looking at me funny. I'm gonna have to fight him. Like, I don't need any of that. But actually that brings me on to the game day experience. So what does a game day look like for yourself? Kind of paint a picture, because there are obviously a lot of listeners here like ourselves who actually have never been to the race course. What's it like? Because I know that you can't, forgive me if I'm wrong, you can't drink at your seat. Is that right?
No, you can't, no. Which is annoying. I can see why, but no, you can't actually drink when you're watching the game. You can drink in the like where the stalls are, like the bar and everything is outside of the match, but then obviously you're risking missing like a goal or something. So you can drink in the proximity, but just not actually at your seat.
Okay.
But
and
game
when
day. I don't know if you've seen the Fat Boar on Twitter. I'm
Yes.
assuming you
Yep.
have.
Yeah, Fat Boar's great.
So the last game I did, I went there first and they always have like a mad burger on burger.
Yeah.
Something like mad on there. So they'll do burger and a pint, and it's like quite cheap to be fair. So we'll start off there, layer the stomach. Then we
Smart.
start walking towards the turf. So I like sometimes pit stop. There's like Hill Street, there's Spoons and stuff as well. But yeah, pit stop at the turf, have a few there, but it's always so busy there now. It's crazy. It's nice, obviously, but it is crazy that how busy it is. So sometimes you don't get in. So I do advise if you ever come to a game day, you do need to get to the turf early. And yeah, so I'll drink there until last minute and then rush over to. I usually try and get a ticket behind the goal because I just find it's got a lot more atmosphere. I love the chants and everything. I love being in the midst of it all. So yeah, I'll try and go there. Then win or lose, I'm on the booze. I will stay out afterwards. So if there's like Greg's open for like a pasty, like a sausage roll or something afterwards, I'll have one just to try and like relay in my stomach again. And then yeah, I'll be out all night. I start Wrexham. I don't know like how much everyone knows the kind of like strip in Wrexham to go out. This is what I call it. It's like the one street in Wrexham. You can start at the top and then you work your way down to the bottom. And then they used to have a nightclub right at the bottom, but it's just literally shut down. But you'll probably end up in the parish at the bottom of the hill. So you just basically, it's like a game you can play with yourself. Start at the top, see if you can make it to the parish at the bottom. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes I have to ring my mum to come get me because I'm too pissed.
That sounds like a mighty good challenge. I mean, I'll probably
It
just
is
roll
so
down the
fun.
hill anyway. I'll be that drunk, but fuck it. I'm just gonna lie down here and just roll down the fucking hill.
It works.
Bring on
And
the
then you
fucking
might just edge into the parish at the end, and then you've done it. You've completed it.
exactly. That sounds like a right old challenge. We call that a pub crawl in Australia.
Yeah.
We were like, yeah, that's a fucking pub crawl. Um, or pub marathon. Like there's actually a thing where they run
Oh
an
yeah,
actual marathon, but they stop off at pubs along the way and they got to drink a pint at every pub.
I
And
can't
by
do
the end
that.
of it, you're just like literally running in circles. I really want to do that, but I'm so not fit enough to do that.
I'm not.
Oh, it's just
I can do
fantastic.
pubs.
Yeah,
Pubs, yeah,
yeah,
we're down for it.
I
We
can
yeah.
we do
do
the
the
pubs.
taxi in between, just not running.
No, you actually have to run. It's
Nah,
a
not for me.
it's an actual marathon. It's a 42-kilometer marathon with pub stops along the way, and every pub stop you have to drink a beer. But
I've seen that on the news, mate.
at
That's
least in
cooked.
Australia, the beer is fucking cold.
You can, when people like runners, they grab the water and they splash it on themselves. You just do that, and you just end up smelling like a fucking bread factory at the end. Like,
But that said, so where do you sit currently with Wrexham? Are you the Parky out brigade or are you the calm your tits, just settle down, we're going to be fine brigade?
Yeah, I'm a bit calm your tits brigade. I'm just like, obviously, my knowledge of football isn't great anyway. I'm always just here for the vibes and the alcohol and everything. So I'm not going to give a great opinion on how I think it should be ran. But no, I'm just like, it happens, doesn't it? It is annoying. But like you say, people, I think some people on Facebook and Twitter and stuff just expect to win every time. And it's not always the case. I know it's shit, but you can't just expect a team to win every single match and then kick off just because they've won. Like, I'm not saying like they've not just lost one recently, but it's like you
yeah,
can't,
Mm,
throw your toys out and be like, oh my god, Pacquiao, this, that out, and like, like, get rid of him, get rid of him. You know what I
yeah.
mean? Obviously, if it doesn't improve, that's when you start to be like, well, what's going on here? But at the moment, I'm still like, come
It's
on,
a
can
stumble.
turn
It's,
around.
it's a stumble. And to give our listeners some context here, and I hope those that try and give the whole Parky out brigade or that sign on to that sort of shit or Parky is too rigid or whatever, fuck yeah. But
yeah.
Coventry, right? They were 17th in the ladder. This is my second favorite team. 17th in the ladder. They were 20th in the ladder. They were losing a lot of games. Now all of a sudden they're fucking sixth on the ladder, right? And I just think that even though we've dropped down to fifth, we're still within shooting distance of the top three. We're still within that automatic promotion. We've got 2 games in hand. We're in a really, really good spot. And we're there because of Parky.
Fair
Let's not
point.
beat around the bush. We're there because of Parky, right? So fuck your fucking Parky
Fuck
out
you, fucking.
shit. Yeah, just
Fuck you, fucking.
fuck your
That's such an
Parky
Aussie
out
thing.
shit. Get on board with it. Back the boys. Make some noise. We will drag ourselves out of it. And that's all I got to say on that. but you know.
But I like that you said that, like, it is that calm your tits brigade. Like it is a like thing like, I made a post about it on Twitter being like, it's fucking dumpster fire, like when, we lose. And I hate it because, like, people have just spoiled. And I keep saying this, like, everyone's allowed an opinion. So I'm never going to shoot someone down because they believe that they want Parky out. I just hate when it just becomes so hateful and spiteful. Like, you're allowed to have an opinion and think maybe we don't need Parky. I'm not on that bandwagon. I think we need Parky to at least get up for the next 2 leagues. But, like, people just overreact and they get so spiteful. They're like, oh, it's fucking shit. And they suck because of X, Y, Z. And, like, just chill, like, just chill. And I think it's hard for us to say that because obviously we're part of the newer bunch, but so I never really try and join in on the debate, but just seeing the visceral, especially from people you just wouldn't expect, like people who've been like, I love this club, it's so good, and then just spitting absolute venom. And I'm like, you're allowed to have an opinion, but just don't. The guy's doing a job. And if you don't think he's doing it well, you can say that, but you don't have to be like, fuck his family, fuck this. I heard a rumor and yeah, right. And this is something that I'm like, sorry to like bring it down, but like, I don't know if you saw, but there was a rumor going around that Mendy had to disable his X account or his Instagram account because of the shit he was getting after the game. And that just pisses me off, man. Like that is like, he's doing a job, and you can have bad days, but two, he's done so much for us already. So even if he was to literally just sit on the field for the rest, you can say he's not for us, leave him alone. But you don't have to go after him personally. It's fucked.
That's it. That's literally it. Like when it turns, I get like obviously a few frustrated tweets, like I've done it before, being like, oh, for fuck's sake, kind of thing. But when you turn personal vendetta, like it's hateful, like you say, like spitting venom out the, when it just take it too far, why that's like, there's no point. You're not getting anything out of it, and it's not nice. Like it is not nice, and it makes it all bitter, and I don't like that side of it all.
That's right. If you are a true Wrexham fan, you are a Wrexham fan through thick and thin. Yes, you have a right to have an opinion. I get that, but at the same time, you have, the guys out there are human fucking beings, right? They're going to make mistakes. They're going to fuck up, but they also feel, and I guarantee you, there is no one hurting as much as the Wrexham boys right now. So it is up to us as Wrexham fans, and no, we're not fucking happy clappers, right? We're not fucking happy clappers. Go shove that shit up your ass. But we're getting behind our team because we're true fans. We love Parky. We love the boys. Look, yes, we can be couch coaches. Yes, we can, make our opinion heard because we got a public forum or whatnot. But at the end of the day, it doesn't change the fact we love our boys. We love Parky and we want them to succeed and do well. And I have every faith that they will. So,
love that, man.
But yeah,
well done.
So we're going to leave it at that. Alaw, thank you for coming on the podcast today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Where can people find you on your socials? Where can people subscribe to you? We've already know it costs $12 a month. But
love that.
Here's your platform. Give it to us. How can we find you?
So I'm on Twitter as Alaw Haf X, I think. Or I'm on X, sorry. I keep saying Twitter. I'm old school.
Oh, I'm the same. Don't worry.
I'm hopeless. Instagram, I'm Alaw PX on there. Usually, there's not many Alaw Havs about, so you can usually find me. I'm on OnlyFans as well. Link in my bio on my Instagram and my Twitter.
That's right. And, we'll put your links down below to your X and your Instagram and stuff. So, just to try and get you some traction, a bit of thank you for coming on and giving up your time to come and talk to one lonely Aussie. He's not lonely. I'm lonely.
You're making me feel bad, man. Like, I'm like, can't I just be happy? And you're like, you bastard. But actually, before we let Alaw go, I just want to ask one last question. What are you going to be doing for Valentine's Day?
Oh, well, Welsh, so Wales have a different day. So it was the 25th of January. So I went out for food, had a lovely bunch of flowers, all of that. So this Valentine's Day will be a normal day for me. It's just don't celebrate it. I'll be
Wow.
on my OnlyFans if anyone's lonely on Valentine's Day.
That's how you do it. That's
Love
how
it.
you spin that
Love
one.
it. Love it. So, guys, after this, thank you, Alaw, for coming on. After this, we are going to briefly touch on the Bradford City game from the weekend. I mean, I don't know if we really want to talk about that. I mean, that shit was just fucked. But we will talk about the Sutton game, which is going to be at 3:45 in the morning, my time. But yeah, so guys, thank you, Alaw, for coming on. We will see you guys after this. Let's go. Wow, that was Alaw Haf. That was amazing. It was she is a natural beauty. I love her. She's great. And she got to give up her time to come on a lovely little Wrexham podcast. I just think that was a good episode, and I hope that you viewers liked what you listened to. I know I'm a little bit merry right now, but that's okay. We're allowed
Because
to
it's Christmas.
drowning my sorrows. But so we had a bad loss, but hopefully we can pick that up again at Sutton. Now,
Yes.
where do you see the Sutton game going? Hopefully not down the toilet.
No, but look, we are just to preface, when this is released, the game will have a result, so we can either look really smart right now or really fucking dumb. So, I'm honestly thinking we bounce back. I don't see us getting it. If we get another loss on the trot, then we obviously need to start asking questions. But I keep saying that every week. But
Yeah,
I
you said it
honestly
last
think
week.
said that
What
last week.
questions are you asking, Adrian?
Well, I thought it was a better
What?
performance against Bradford this week because
Yeah, I know, but what questions are you asking?
like what lubricant do they use? Like, because we're getting fucked. So no, like,
That's my
but honest,
boy.
I'm learning too much of Rousey's ways. But in saying all of this, I think we'll bounce back. I think we're gonna win 2-0.
Yeah, look, last time we versed Sutton was at home, and they pulled off we pulled off a 2-1 win. It was very close. But geez, I don't know where I stand with this one. This could be a banana skin.
Another
This could be
banana
a
skin.
banana skin. Yep. Banana skin or a condom wrapper or whatever you want to call it. It's it's a bit slippery, but
Slippery when wet.
slippery when wet. No, we didn't go there. We didn't just say that. That's okay. That's it. Adrian just got us fucking cancelled. No, I'm not. No. I think honestly, I think we're going to bounce back pretty strong here. We have to. We absolutely have. And I
Yeah.
think the boys know it. And they put up a hell of a fight on the weekend against Bradford. They really did. And they were, in my opinion, absolutely robbed. So I'm going
we were
to.
the better side. We were
Oh,
the better
yeah,
side.
absolutely. We were the better side. We should have won that game. But it's just our finishing was just not there. But let's just get behind our boys. Let's back them. Hopefully we see Palmer back. Hopefully we get to see more of Marriott, less of Dolby. I love you, Dolby, but mate, come on.
I love you, but fuck off. That's what he's basically saying.
But I'm going to go with another 2-1 win.
Nice. I think that's a very valid point. Something that I didn't even account for is we are on the road again. And getting goals against us is something we just do for fun, it looks like. We let them just come through for fun. So, but honestly, mate, no, I think it'll be interesting. We'll either look silly, we'll look great, but whatever. At least we both are under the impression it's banana skin. I know what you do for fun.
You want to know what I do for fun?
I know what you do for fun.
I do curling.
Oh,
What a sport.
didn't
What a
didn't
sport. You want
didn't
a
pick
good
that.
sport to get behind? Look at curling. Yeah.
I honestly just was thrown because I've seen him in the Guinness Book of Records for like longest wank. So like I genuinely didn't see curling coming.
Yeah, no, see, I can be totally PG when I want, right? And curling is a hell of a sport. The way they sweep that ice, I mean, geez, you gotta. I'd like them to sweep my broom anyway. Let's not go there.
That is, you are off topic. You are, no, that is good, man. That is good. And I think we had a great guest today. I'm really like,
Yeah.
honestly, getting to know Alaw has been probably one of the highlights of doing this pod is because you see these people. We've seen people like Mark, like Tim from
I
Fearless,
honestly
like
think
Alaw.
we are spoiling our viewers. I mean, with Natasha John last week and the
Yeah,
response that we've had
we're
from
very
that
lucky, man.
episode, and then now this episode, like we're just spoiling our viewers. I mean,
So
get
lucky.
behind it. Get behind it. We love Wrexham. We fucking love it. And you know what? We will be back next week for more. We're not cancelled. You can't
No,
cancel.
we are cancelled. 100% we're cancelled. It was nice knowing you all. We got past the 2,000 sub mark and then we got cancelled. Well done, guys.
So, guys, if you like what you listen to, hit right here, subscribe, share the shit out of this episode, become a fuckhead. $5 a month. Links are in the description down below.
Just for his ass picks.
Just for some plumber's crack. You got to have the old plumber's crack going. But I think it's time for me to go and chow down on some dinner and get some food into my stomach because I'm feeling it. But hey, we love ya, beard brethren, Sheilas, fuckheads, and just all around legends. We will see you guys next week on Two Beards, a podcast, and Wrexham AFC. Let's go.